This is EViews worksheet in which, as we'll learn now, we have created different objects called data series, matrices, and scalars, etc. These highlighted objects are the data series we imported into EViews. We can either see them individually or in a group. We have 50 observations of monthly data of an ice cream company. This is average price of a cup of ice cream. In dollars, monthly revenue, in thousands of dollars, advertisement expenditure, in thousands of dollars. In EViews, we have the option either to use drop-down menu or programming statements to conduct regression analysis. We'll use programming option because it is a more efficient way to run EViews.
This is the programming file. In addition to worksheet file, we created for the purpose. Here we create object equation to run the regression. We have named the object equation 1, or EQ1 for short. LS here stands for least squares. First variable is dependent variable, the revenue from ice cream sale. C represents the intercept constant to be estimated. Next, two variables are independent variables: average price of a cup of ice cream and monthly advertisement expenditure. We are instructing EViews to estimate regression parameters for these two variables. When we run this piece of code, this is the output or results window. For now, we focus on beta regression coefficients. There are other related output results which we'll discuss in part 2 of the video. The coefficient of price suggests that demand of ice cream is elastic. An increase in price of $1 will decrease monthly revenue by $5,746, or, in other words, if management announces discount in price by $1, monthly revenue will increase by $5,746. Likewise, an increase in advertising expenditure of $1,000 per month will increase monthly revenue by $3,000. We can use these estimates for prediction. For example, as shown here, we want to predict sales revenue for a price of $3 and advertisement of $12,000. C1, C2, and C3 are estimated regression coefficients. Scalar object prediction is created, and the predicted monthly revenue is $127,000. Another way to obtain regression results in EViews is to program the matrix formula.
This is the regression equation to be estimated. Monthly revenue is function of the average price of a cup of ice cream and advertisement expenditure. This is matrix form of OLS formula. B is beta vector, which is estimated. By OLS method, it is column vector containing 3 regression parameters: beta 1, beta 2, and beta 3. Beta 1 is intercept constant and beta 2. Beta 3 are slope parameters for price and advertisement expenditure respectively. Find these 3 parameters. Through this formula,
X is X matrix containing 3 column vectors of 50 elements each. First column vector is of ones. It is needed to estimate constant intercept. Second and third columns are observations of X variables, that is, 50 observations of price and advertisement expenditure each. The independent variables. Y vector is the column vector containing Y observations, that is, 50 observations of monthly revenue. The dependent variable.
Here, we define X matrix in EViews, containing 3 column vectors, or 50 row vectors. We use for next loop to populate X matrix with price and advertisement expenditure. Note that the first column of matrix is ones, which we need to estimate constant intercept. Here is a look at the X matrix. Y vector is created here, using matrix command and for next loop. Here is a look at Y vector. Here we define beta vector as a 3 by 1 matrix and estimate it using the matrix formula. Have a look at beta vector. And compare it with previous EViews result.